Hi, and welcome to Budget Model Railways. So, quite a bit happened on the layout. I've had quite an intensive day on it today because we're doing quite a lot of other things, and I had about 5 hours today where I've been able to sit and get on with the layout. So, and I don't know how much more I'm going to get prior to the 13th. So, the idea today is to get quite a bit of this done, but I thought it would be nice to do a quick video and show you some of the progress. So we've got a couple of interesting things running. So that's one of the Kato EMUs. Looks very smart running around with the Kato pocket line in the background with the Pico N-gauge wagon kits painted in brighter colours than you would see in the UK, which is really the idea of this layout, is to give a very different look to what you would normally see. Bright blues, bright yellows, and then obviously I've got a very industrial, urban look going about it. Not a single blade of grass or a tree or anything. So the big changes are, if I can get my zoom to work. I'm just going to, so I just played with the tripod a bit there to give us a better angle. So this is the tramway station. So you know the little green tramway. I'll tell you what, better still. There we go. I don't have an edit ability, but I do have a pause, which I keep forgetting about. So I've just put the little tram in there so you can see it at the back here. And that'll run up and down that line. There's a runoff, if you like, at each end. I've just got to rig a controller up to do that. One idea as well, thank you to Tim Sully. So I've found these underpass things that Doug 3D printed for me. So I put one here and one at the side of the station. And that just means, in theory, that the two stations are linked. So you can go down some lifts and stairs and come out on the big main station at the bottom, is the idea of that. So that's one change. And then the other one at the front corner here is the building site. I wanted to do something different in this corner. There's a company called 3D Plus on eBay. Very good. They do the scaffolding, all the building things, the porter cabin. They also do, if I can pan, the crates and things in there. So good little company. Have a look for them on eBay. But that gives me quite a nice little building site, which gives me something different in that corner, but still quite urban. And then above that, we've got the little garage area. Now I need to put some cars in there. There we go. A couple of cars. Also, just found a pickup, which will look great in the building site. Thank you to Mark in the US for donating that, and a big box of Kato. Very much appreciated, and that's actually where that garage came from as well. So the layout is, of course, far from finished in detail. So I've got people to add, cars, that kind of thing. But the main back of it now is broken. Yes, I've got to do some of the edgings along the top of the wall. I've got to do a bit of wiring. I'd like to paint the front here, the beige. But I'm fairly certain now I can get that done. That train's going backwards. I bet a lot of you were screaming at me earlier than that. What happens is the wagon's got a dodgy coupling, so the loco runs round and then pushes him the wrong way. But as a general look, I'm really pleased. So hopefully a couple of evenings' work, and we're all ready for something. 13th of May. We had the details on our Instagram. I can't put a page up on here as say the editing tool. I'm not good at editing yet on the videos. But have a look at their website as well. Something Model Railway Club, 13th of May, new venue. We're going to be there with this layout and laser cutter, 3D printer with Doug, home from uni. And it will be the only opportunity this year to see me and Doug, unless we get any other invites to exhibitions, of course. But currently, it's the only opportunity. So although it's quite a quick video and it doesn't look like there's a lot done, I've also done all the tops here, the two corner pieces to hide the ends of the tramway. And I've stuck down a couple of the buildings and things like that. But there you go. Oh, he's lost everything altogether now. I think I'm going to have a running session before the exhibition to make sure that we've got happy running things. Certainly the EMU's running very happily. I've had that for a long while and not had a layout I can run it on. They're relatively cheap. They're about £60–65 from Train Tracks, which, as you know, is a great place for your Kato. Have a look at how much a UK DMU is going to cost you. And I doubt it will run as smoothly and quietly as that. And it's all on Kato track that's been ballasted in to make it look a bit more at home. So I'm really pleased with this. I'm glad I took the sort of step to do something very different. And then that gives you a bit more of an overview there of what's going on. And it should be a good talking point. I want to put some more posters on it and people and that sort of thing. As I say, it's far from finished, but it's beginning to look good, and I'm comfortable now that I will be ready for the exhibition. I'm going to play on the day so that I can see if I can have one train at a time, so they don't pass at the back like they are at the moment. So there's always something running. And the tram's going to look good, shuttling backwards and forwards on the top as well. So there we go. I know this isn't as popular with everyone as the 00. I was in the shed last night. Once this end gauge is done and finished, then I will be back in the shed and get on with the 00. But at the moment, the end gauge is really intriguing me. I'm really enjoying it. I've found I can now think in N. The problem that's always put me off is I've been modelling in 00 or 1 and 76 for 40 years. In fact, 45 years. So I can think in 00. And it's only after a couple of years tinkering now that I can think in N. I can visualise something in N and I can get the idea of the scale. And again, this is only 4 foot by 1.5 feet. And it's got 2 running lines, a passing loop, a 2-row goods yard and a tram line at the back. So it does really show what's possible with N. So thank you for watching. I know there won't be many of you left at this point with these videos, but thank you for watching and commenting. Interestingly, although they're not getting as many views, they are getting a lot of comments, which is fascinating. So thank you for watching, and I'll do an update soon.